St. Louis police captain spent 30 years protecting the city. He died last summer after working in dangerous heat following the North City tornadoes. Tonight, as his widow waits for the department he served to answer a simple question, our political editor Mark Maxwell is investigating.
Captain Will Brown's record of service fills pages and pages of an entire scrapbook. But his family says the most important recognition of that service is still missing. And tonight, just inside the front door of the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department stands a solemn tribute, a wall of honor in memory of 168 officers who gave their lives in the performance of their duty. But ask this widow, she thinks one more name should be on that wall.
He excelled in many ways. He loved being a police officer.
Bridget Brown keeps his memory alive in a scrapbook. Letters, commendations, awards from the community he served for 3 decades.
Officer William Brown, more helpful than any other officer who has answered nuisance complaints for us in the past several months.
That letter came during his very first year on the force.
We need more officers like him.
30 years later, Will Brown was still answering the call when a devastating tornado tore through North City last spring, narrowly missing the home where his mom still lives. Captain Brown was among those leading the recovery.
That's where he grew up. That's where his family still is.
Temperatures do back off a little.
The weeks that followed brought a different kind of danger. In the scorching heat of early summer, KSDK's own meteorologists confirmed triple-digit heat index warnings on each of Captain Brown's final 3 days of work.
And his last 3 days of work, he came home severely heat exhausted. And the last day, I think it was just too much, and he had heat stroke.
His widow says he led by example until the very end. He came home that final day, exhausted, went downstairs to rest, never came back up. The state of Missouri's official death certificate says his death was an accident caused by cardiovascular disease exacerbated by, in the state's own words, physical exertion in extreme outdoor heat.
It says that he sustained his injury while on duty, and unfortunately, he passed away at home. This is a special circumstance since he sustained his injury at work, but he came home and passed away.
The police department posted about his sudden passing on social media, adding he will be sorely missed. In a statement to Fight on Your Side, the department now says the death of any police officer, whether on or off duty, is a profound loss, and Captain Will Brown's service to the city of St. Louis will always be remembered, adding, a comprehensive review into the circumstances surrounding his death is currently underway. That review covers a death that occurred nearly 11 months ago. For Bridget Brown, the wait has been its own kind of burden.
They said they were going to take care of us, and I assume that telling them he came home his last 3 days of work severely heat exhausted, that would mean that it would be a line of duty death.
168 names on that wall, and his widow believes the answer to whether 169th belongs there should not take this long. A line of duty ruling carries real consequences beyond the honor itself. It could also unlock federal survivor benefits, nonprofit assistance, even college tuition support for Captain Brown's children. Benefits his family has been waiting nearly a year to learn they'll receive.